playing both sides. You playing fickle ball. You playing that passive aggressive. If you're gonna be aggressive, be aggressive. If you're gonna be passive, be passive. Don't pick and choose. Don't pick sides. Don't play the fence like you being cool, but you really not being cool. You trying to be shiesty and petty. Like you really petty for that. I don't know if y'all could tell, but it's time for formation as well. So look, guys, we got a formation today. It is Thursday. I don't know why we have a formation, but every time we have a formation, it's always some nonsense. And it's not even Friday. Usually we have a formation every Friday. Don't say Friday's off. We have like Monday through Thursday. Then we'll have a formation on Thursday. But we work tomorrow. So I'm trying to figure out why we have a formation on a Thursday. Either somebody got in trouble, or somebody did something wrong, or somebody finna get smoked. I don't know. In the Army nowadays, they don't really be smoking people no more. So I don't know. So we got a formation right now. It's currently 4:30 almost. And it's kind of cold outside. It's about 51 degrees, but the sun is going down and it's freezing cold outside. So we gonna see what this is about. I'm gonna get with you guys after we have the formation. I'm gonna chill. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video, subscribe, comment, and share with me. I love y'all. Y'all see how dark it is. Y'all see how dark it is. 1 second, hold on. So today is the next day. Now, when I have my battalion formation, I can come on here and say it was for nothing, it was for nothing, it was for nothing all day. But it kind of was something that needed to be said. They're trying to do it. They had a formation, the battalion had a formation, and it was pretty much just a lot of new changes coming to the battalion. A lot of new changes, a lot of upgrades coming to the battalion that should be good for a lot of new soldiers that's living in these barracks, that's participating in this battalion, that's working in this battalion. So that's a lot of good news for the people that's gonna be working here. But for me, I'm leaving, so it don't really affect me. So, well, I should be leaving, so I'm not gonna be able to experience any of the new ideas that they have. But it was still cool to hear them talk about what they wanted to do or implement into the future, because it is time for them to upgrade the battalion, make some changes, put things into the works, because the battalion that I'm in is very old, very old, very outdated, just very outdated. So they need to do some changes to the battalion for sure. So I'm excited for them for that. I work tomorrow. They put me on this gym detail, and I gotta work from the 21st to the 28th, and I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or like 4:30 in the morning, and be there by 4:45, all while I'm trying to do my PCS stuff and get ready for my PCS. My NCO, my manager, I don't appreciate people who lie. I just received a counseling statement, because when he asked me where I was at, I had said, "What do you think?" But it was never with ill intent, because he knows what was going on. He knows where I was at. He knows what I was doing. He was asking me because he you know what? We're not gonna get to that. But I got a counseling statement, and on the counseling statement, what was recommended was separation from the Army. But it's like, separation from the Army. How are you recommending me to get separated from the Army? And we had one mishap. Over all the times that you have screwed me over all the times that you have made me do stuff, and you just sat behind a desk. I got to a point where I don't even care about counseling statements no more. I don't care about none of that. The Army's gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm just doing my job. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm staying out the way. I'm trying to stay out of people's hair. I'm trying to do as much as I can to just stay out the way, put my leave in, and go to Korea. Crazy thing is, my NCO, he's also going to Korea too. So, but the fact that he told me to keep it professional, which I'll take it to the chin, because maybe how it came across, how he perceived it, it came off that way, but it wasn't. But he told me that just keep it professional, or the next time I'll give you a counseling. It turns out on my day off, they tell me to come in, and then they give me counseling. So it's like you playing both sides. You playing fickle ball. You playing that passive aggressive. If you're gonna be aggressive, be aggressive. If you're gonna be passive, be passive. Don't pick and choose. Don't pick sides. Don't play the fence like you being cool, but you really not being cool. You trying to be shiesty and petty. Like you really petty for that. You petty. But I'm good though. But it's just, I have to get that off my chest. But that was just an update because that happened today. So that was on the top of my brain. But thank y'all for checking in. Make sure if y'all got to this point of the video, make sure y'all comment something down below that I need to know. Let me know if I need to work on something myself. Because I do know people tell me I need to work on how I come off across people. So I'm working on how I come across to people. I'm working on that. So, but let me know in the comment section down below what I could do better on in terms of like the situation. Because I would love to know. I would love to know. Do I play cool? Do I crash out? What do I do? Let me know in the comment section down below. You guys can see the time, and hopefully you guys can see my face. I'm telling you, like, it's early. It's early in the morning. It's Saturday. I'm in uniform, and I have gym detail. I'm on gym detail for 7 days straight, no breaks. I gotta be up at, I don't know, I gotta be up early. So today was day one, and I don't know where the gym detail is. I just drove around. I went to two different gyms and they're closed. So I was probably sent off from my managers. I don't know what's going on. But I went on the website for the gym on the hours of the time it opens, and it says 6 a.m. So I'm about to go back inside because I'm not gonna keep driving around early in the morning with all these police officers. If you guys know anything about the military posts, you have MPs, the military police, and they be tweaking sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They be just looking to give people tickets for no reason. So instead of me just driving around for no reason, and I know that the gym opens at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna probably just wait till 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the gyms that I know is open, and then just see if they need me there for that detail. Because the person that was on the detail, I guess they wanted time off, so they went to the manager, and the manager said they're gonna just throw me on the detail. So they put me on this detail, and I don't know anything. I have the littlest of information about this detail. So I don't know. So I'm gonna just go back at 6 o'clock. If I get in trouble, I'm gonna be like, hey, I went there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Y'all wasn't there. Now I'm here at 6. So it's day one. What you want me to do? So that's that. Yeah, I'll just talk to y'all when I get some more details about what I gotta do with my detail. All right, it is now 6 o'clock in the morning. I came to the gym. People are walking in. You got some people going inside right now. Got some cars in the parking lot. Some vehicles in the parking lot pulling up. Got one over there. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but people are pulling up. I'm about to go inside right now and see if they in there so I can start working. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I'm gonna go in there and see if this is where I'm supposed to be at. I'm gonna get with y'all later. I just came from the gym. It's 6:30 almost, but I go inside the gym, right? It's a little story time. I go inside the gym. I talk to the dude. I'm like, hey, I gotta go down somewhere. I gotta leave. My friend's in jail. Pause. My friend's in jail. I have to leave a little early. Like I have to leave around 7:45, which is like in another hour. He was like, what you doing? What you mean? Yeah, I got a friend locked up, so I gotta go visit my friend that's locked up. Cool, whatever the case may be. So then we talking and stuff like that. More of the story, we skip all that. I go back. I tell him I'm supposed to be here for this detail. He said, who are you here for? And then it was just a whole bunch of confusion. But then we eventually got around to the point where I explained who I am and what detail I'm here for and what time I'm supposed to be here. He says, all right, boom, cool. I sit down, I talk to him. This man was he's in his 70s, all right? And we sitting down, we talking, and we chopping it up. I'm talking about how I'm getting ready to leave, whatever the case may be, possibly. And we looking at this man doing pull-ups because they just pulled in. His body was like this, but his legs was like this. So it's like his legs was like perpendicular, and he was doing pull-ups. And we was looking at him, I'm like, what? And he like, what? And he's like, man, he could do some pull-ups. I'm like, yeah. And he said, I kid you not, I do about 100 pull-ups every morning. And I'm like, what? You do 100 pull-ups every morning, and you could do 25 non-stop, and you in your 70s? It made me think like, I'm not doing enough? I must not be doing enough, because you in your 70s doing pull-ups, and you had a motivation to keep going. You had a motivation to keep working out, keep doing pull-ups, and you would not know he in his 70s. Well, I wouldn't say you would not know, but he looks very good to be in his 70s. You could say that, at least, for sure. Man is like very like, he's slim. You know what I'm saying? It's not like his body fat is very low, so you would never know. But it's the fact that you're in your 70s, you're not getting complacent, you over here working out, doing pull-ups every morning, and you still working. And then he obviously found out he was in the Army. He retired. He's been retired for over 30-something years, but he was in the Army for 21, 22 years, and it's like straight infantry. You know what I'm saying? He was straight infantry, and that man just, it's something about that bone, you know what I'm saying? Something about having that bone in your body that just don't want to give up, that don't want to stop, that just keeps going. You gung ho, like you going crazy. And that was just something that was just, it was amazing to hear about it, even though despite the little confusion that we had to begin with. I mean, he seemed like a cool dude. We just had to communicate, and after we communicated and I expressed who I am and why I'm here on this detail, and it was cool. And then I told him, and then after I sat down, he said, you know what, I'll talk to somebody else that works here, and then when they come, I'll talk to them, and I'll see if I can release you. And then boom, he released me. And that was a whole different story in itself, because the guy that he was talking to, he's like, I don't even know who you're replacing, so whatever the case may be, but they told me to come back around 1 o'clock, but I'll probably come back around a little earlier, like 11:45, 12, as soon as I come back from where I gotta go, because I appreciate them being cool like that. That was some real cool stuff. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. If y'all made it to this point in the video, make sure y'all leave a like on the video. Don't forget to leave a like on the video so far. I appreciate all the love that y'all are showing. I'm gonna see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so look, I went to my detail. Yeah, this is a whole new day, but I went to my detail yesterday after I got back from doing what I had to do, and they told me I was good up until the 26th. I said, look at God working in my favor, because he loved me. Look at God, because he looking out for your boy. Because I was like, that's a blessing, because you know you a blessing, hey, blessing. But I'm chilling. I think today's the 20th, so I got like a free little steal. I got like a couple days off. I'm about to enjoy my time off, but right now I'm so hungry. And let me tell y'all something real quick, all right? Let me tell you something. Hold on one second. I'll tell y'all something real quick. If y'all only knew, I can't say too much, but if y'all only knew about Fort Carson and their dining facilities, we have to do better. We have to do better. I'm not gonna be here much longer to really express how I want to feel about y'all, the dining facility here, but y'all know what y'all do, and it's not right. I cannot control my reality when it comes to my food, my portions, my meals, and on top of that, y'all don't even give us hot portions on the weekends. Y'all give us packaged processed foods. So what I'm supposed to eat? Because if I go to get some food right now from where I'm about to get my food right now, and I don't want to eat processed food, I have to spend my own money out of pocket to go to Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's. So now I'm giving all this money away, and I'm also eating not healthy food. And I'm not married. I don't have a wife. I'm not gonna get no home cooked meals and none of that. So I don't know how to cook. You feel me? Like, I know how to cook to a degree, but people always want to know, like, why don't you make your own food then? Let me put y'all on game right quick, right? So you get BAS. BAS is a certain amount of money that's allotted for food, right? The Army gives you money for food, right? So like that's your money for groceries, money to subsidize your eating. But what people don't know is the Army takes that money that they give you and they take it back out of your paycheck off rip. So you don't even really get your BAS unless you're married or you have like a dependent and you live off post. You understand what I'm saying? So they pull that money out of my account every month. So if I go to spend money on some groceries, I'm actually dipping into my own pockets to go get some food. You see what I'm saying? You kind of catching my drift? So if I go do that, I'm spending extra money. In other words, I'm losing money if I go spend money on groceries because I'm not getting BAS. I'm not getting the extra money that the Army gives me because they take it out of my check every time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they should let soldiers decide if they want to use their BAS. I think the Air Force, I don't know because I'm not in the Air Force, but I believe that the Air Force, to some degree, maybe not everywhere, but some places, they allow them, when they go to the dining facility, to check their card. So like their common access card, they're able to scan it into the system and it logs when they actually go to the dining facility. And whatever days they don't go to the dining facility for that month, they get that money back in return. which I heard. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's how it should be, I feel like. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just taking all that money from my pockets off rip. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go get some processed food right quick right now. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna let y'all know what it look like. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you guys know honestly if I'm gonna eat it. And if it's not good, if I'm not messing with it, I'm about to just go take myself to go get some food because I'm not gonna keep putting up with this, all right? You understand what I'm saying? So let's go. This is what I ended up getting. This is what they ended up having, for real. So they had a sandwich with some animal crackers, a beef jerky, which I'm probably gonna eat right now, sparkling drink. Okay, I think y'all might get a pass today. It ain't normally what I'll go for, but I'll take it. I ain't gonna be too picky today, but this should suffice. So yeah, I'll get with y'all. I'll get with y'all when I get done eating my food. All right, look, the food that I had wasn't good at all. I didn't even finish my sandwich. It was a turkey sandwich. It's in the refrigerator, but it wasn't nothing that's gonna make me satisfied. But that's besides the point. Look, today is a great day. It's a little groggy outside today. It's a little dark, not dark, just a little gloomy. Like, you know, looking at the sky and stuff like that, it's just gloomy. It's a little chilly, but it's only 7:45, so it might get a little warmer outside, hopefully, even though it's December. But I do want to tell y'all, like, first things first. Let me get in the car right quick. Hold on 1 second. It's cold, boy. It's cold. You know when you sit down in the car, it get cold. But I want to say first things first. I want to appreciate all the love that y'all been showing. And with that being said, if y'all here, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would encourage you to like and subscribe. And if you don't, I understand. But the love that you guys have been showing has been second to none. Absolutely. We have a lot of big goals, a lot of big dreams to push forward to, all of us. Every single one of us has big dreams and big goals to get to. And let's start building brick by brick, getting to our goals. And my goal right now is just to grow this channel as much as I can and spread as much positive content, as much content as I can, so you guys can have something to watch and have something to look forward to. And if you have any questions about what's going on about the military, whatever the case may be, y'all can ask me that, because I don't mind giving y'all, you know, what I know, what I've gathered from my 4 years of experience, and always still growing and always still catching new strays. Like, you could be in the Army for, I don't care how many years, but something about this military is gonna always catch you by surprise. It don't matter when it is, it's just the military. It's just the military, so it's gonna always just catch you by surprise. So it's a journey. I wanna bring you guys on my journey, because it's just always something that's crazy happening in this journey. And with that being said, it's 7:39. So I'm about to go get me some breakfast because I haven't eaten all day. And this is gonna be actually be a real breakfast, not no processed meal or not no something that you put in a microwave real quick. It's gonna be like an actual meal. So I got a question from a supporter of mine in the comment section about one of my videos, about just being a 92 Fox in general. But I spoke on this before, but I don't think that I made an actual topic about it or a conversation about it. So I'm gonna address the question. And the question was, Issjivan, what is it like being deployed as a 92 Fox like? What is it like to be overseas as a 92 Fox while you're in a deployed environment? So I've been on 2 deployments. My first deployment that I went on was a deployment for 92 Foxes. And then my second deployment was for 88 mics. So it might be a little confusing. You might be like, what do you mean? But let me explain. So my first deployment, we deployed as a unit primarily as 92 Foxes. We deployed primarily as 92 Foxes. And when we deployed as 92 Foxes primarily, that's the whole company was 92 Foxes. So everything that we did was 92 Fox related, petroleum supply related. So I got blessed. So I got lucky enough to be deployed in an area where we were in an air base. So we went to a location, to a base that was pretty much an airfield. I still was attached to ground unit. So if you don't know, it's 92 Fox, petroleum supply specialist. For those who wanted to be a petroleum supply specialist, contemplating to be a 92 Fox, there's 2 avenues once you get the job. You could be attached to a ground or an aviation unit. I was always a part of a ground unit. So even on my first deployment, I was part of the ground unit. So we work 5 days. Some places, sometimes it's a little different. You go to a combat heavy environment, you might be working 7 days, depending on what you might do. You might be in the motor pool if you're ground, or you might be in a distant 5 if you're aviation. It just all really depends. But where I was at, we were on ground, and we were working 5 days a week, and we did a lot of recirculating, a lot of maintaining the equipment that they have for the trucks. Just make sure that the vehicles that came through, the primary thing was making sure that the fuel that the 92 Foxes that we had in our company, in our supply chain, was good to go. And then also we had to make sure that the fuel was good to go. So if anybody was to come through to get some fuel from our stuff, they'll be able to get some fuel. It'll be A-okay, and they can get going about their business. Now, when I was deployed the first time, I also had a chance to work on aviation as well. And that was a crazy story. That was actually something I preferred to do anyway, because even for that 1 week or a week and a half that I did aviation, it was better than ground. Aviation, if you do fuel, is way better than ground. So if you go to AIT, whatever the case may be, ask or try to fight to get into aviation. Even though it might not work, just try to ask somebody to get aviation. But when I went to aviation, we would sit somewhere, wait for a call, and then we'll hop in a truck, the fuel truck, and then we'll go to the airfield and fill up the helicopters, the helos, all that stuff, and which was the coolest thing in the world at the time. You know what I'm saying? One of the coolest things I've ever done was to fuel up a helo, like a Chinook. Like, imagine you got this big helo, this big Chinook coming down. You can feel all that wind. It's blowing you back. That's why when you get ready to fill up a big, massive Chinook or a helicopter, you got to duck because it's gonna blow you back. And also, you got rocks pushing, hitting you in the face. It's cool. It's just a crazy feeling. And then you hook up to the helo. Now, it's dangerous, and they gonna teach you this in school, but that's a very dangerous job as well. I mean, aviation is fun, but it's dangerous too, because you gotta think about static electricity. You gotta think about all the different things that can happen with the helo itself. And like I said this before in a different video before, but if you're in aviation, you have to be particular about your fuel, because if your fuel is bad and the helo goes up and then it comes down because of bad fuel, you're gonna be one of the first people that they're gonna investigate as to what's wrong with the fuel and why do we have a crash landing with these helos. So aviation is very fun, but it comes with a lot of precision with this. You gotta make sure that your fuel is A-okay. It passes the fuel effectiveness test. It has to pass a whole bunch of different standards and requirements before you can even touch a helo. So, but aviation was fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of downtime to do homework or work, whatever you gotta do. And you get a lot of up close action with the pilots. So when I was deployed, we got a lot of up close action with the pilots, with the warrant officers. The warrant officers are people who fly the helicopters, a lot of that type of stuff. So deployed my first time, that's what we did. Deployed my second time, I was in 92 Fox. I deployed with 88 mics, which are known as truck drivers. We didn't really do too much of it. I didn't do any of my job at all because, again, my unit that we deployed with was truck drivers. So we didn't do anything as 92 Foxes. We didn't do anything. I didn't get the chance. So I literally just did whatever the 88 mics did. So I became a truck driver. So that's what it was. And that's why it's important when you deploy with a unit that does your job if you love your job. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're going to be doing. If you don't deploy with a unit that doesn't do your job, then you're not going to be doing your job unless you have special requirements. So if I deploy with 88 mics and I'm a 92 Fox, if I deploy with truck drivers and I'm a petroleum supply specialist, they might be like, you know what, we have a small group of these people of 92 Fox petroleum supply specialists. Let's send them to a different mission. Let's send them to a different place, a different area, and let them do their job over there. And that's kind of pretty much how it is in a deployed environment. So hopefully I can answer y'all questions. If you guys have any more questions, comment that down below what you want me to answer, and I'll make a video for y'all so I can express or explain what it's like or those different things in the military itself. But so far, man, I appreciate all the love that you guys have been showing me. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time.